This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk here with UNO head football coach Mark Farley on their bye week. And coach, the emphasis of the bye week, why is it so critical for this football team this season to have the bye week? And, you know, there's always good times to have a bye week, but what do you like about how it falls this year, early on in the process?
Well, this year we got done with the Iowa game, so we got to come home, got a great way to evaluate our players against great competition. And we could do some things and maybe look at some other personnel to see how they'll fit us the rest of the season. And then to go ahead and put a plan together for the rest of the season. I mean, we've got 11 games left here, so we've got a lot of work to do.
Now, that Iowa game did expose some different things, and I know you always break down every play of every game. What were some maybe the teachable moments that you can show the guys in the video room and out at practice as well from that Hawkeye game?
Well, the key moments was we went head-to-head against their best plays, against their best players, and took those plays away. What we did wrong was we had some penalties. We were over-aggressive at times, past the whistle, and that cost us some opportunities to get off the field.
Feel like the mindset where the team is at right now with a full week now to prepare for your upcoming opponent at Hawaii?
Yeah, we've only had one game, so that isn't a true measuring stick because, you know, it's easy to get ready for the Iowa game. It's the rest of the season that needs to work, and we put our effort into that this week.
Benefits of that game against Iowa, what were things that you're really proud about when you have a chance to review the tape and see what your guys actually did on the field?
Well, like I said, I thought our running backs, I thought our receivers were excellent, threw for 400 some odd yards. I thought our defensive line did an exceptional job with our front seven. And our two corners covered their two receivers basically in man coverage most of the day. So we did some great things. You know, it took a reverse and a lot of penalties to keep them in the game.
How big is this Hawaii game and this trip that you have coming up on the near horizon?
Oh, it's a huge game. This is, you know, when you look at a schedule of 12 games and you look at what you need to do in your non-conference schedule, I mean, we need to go get this one. This is a critical game, being that we didn't get the Iowa game, so this becomes a very critical game.
What can you expect out of Hawaii and the type of opponent that they are?
They'll be spread. They'll be wide open. Norm Chow's their offensive coordinator, and they like to put up a lot of plays. They'll have last week they had 104 plays, which was first in the country last week as far as the number they put up. So it's going to be a very fast-paced game. And then being at their place, the conditioning will be a factor.
What are some of the keys that you're working on this week to prepare to have success against Hawaii?
Well, again, we were a huddle game last week. Not even close to what we're going to experience at Hawaii. So the tempo needs to be exposed to our defense because that's the one that's going to be, you know, up against this kind of pace that we're going to be up against on Saturday night.
Not your typical road trip, Coach, heading all the way out to Hawaii. Talk about how this is going to be different, and you're trying to make it a learning experience for the kids as well.
Well, we're going to add the education. So this might be the last time. I've never been there, so I can't believe what some of our players would feel or if they'll ever go back. So we're going to go over to Pearl Harbor, get that educational experience, but let them be a part of the island. But at the same time, it's a 15-hour trip one way for a 3-hour game. It's the 3 hours that I care about.
Yeah, very good. Well, when you take a look at playing Iowa, then Hawaii, last year, you know, Iowa State, the year before Iowa, Wisconsin, what do you like about playing those big schools? I know that they have more scholarships, they have larger budgets, but you can still go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the country. Yeah,
we don't even look at it. We look at it as another team, a very competitive team, and I like the challenge, personally, to be able to put our players in that situation very early in the season to see how they respond and to kind of go head-to-head schematically as much as physically on the field of where we're at as a program in comparison to somebody that's spending $80 million on a program. So I feel good about where we're at there, but ultimately our season is within our conference.
Well, I've talked to many Panther alums and fans, and they love the performance they saw at Iowa. They're excited to see the game, even though it'll be a late one here in the Central Standard Time Zone against Hawaii. But I know they're excited for some home games as well, and I'm sure that's something that your team is excited to play in the Dome in front of the home fans in the not-so-distant future.
Well, we do. That's when we need to get home, and we've got 6 home games. We're on the road right now. But once we get home, we'll be going every other week at home. So that'll be nice when we get some continuity into our season.
Well, Coach, have a fun trip to Hawaii. Best of luck, and we'll join you next week.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach. That's Mark Farley, head football coach at the University of Northern Iowa. We'll have a feature on our star running back, David Johnson, as well as a feature on former alum, Kim Kester. Stick around for more Panther Sports Talk right after this.